Hello, boys and girls. I know what you kids are, but who are your names?
There's so many names, we couldn't do them all right now. Welcome to our Night Owls Pajama story time. I'm here with Dean, and we're going to read a nighttime story for you guys. And also, Miss Jen is going to read us a bedtime story as well. So, if you're ready, should we read our story?
Yeah.
All right, let's read our first story. Our first story tonight is Owl Babies by Martin Waddell. Do you know this story?
Mm-hmm.
You know this story. How many babies are there? 1, 2, 3. There's a big one, a medium one, and a little one. So let's see about these owl babies. Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah and Percy and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their house. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. "Where's Mommy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us our food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. But their owl mother didn't come. The baby owls came out of their house and they sat on the tree and waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivory for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. It was dark in the woods, and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. They sat and they thought. All owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did. All 3 together.
I hope he says, "I want my mommy."
"Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished their owl mother would come. And she came. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. "Mommy!" they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. "What's all the fuss?" their owl mother asked. "You knew I'd come back." The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "And I knew it," said Percy. "I love my mommy," said Bill. And that's the end of Owl Babies. All right, boys and girls, we have time for one more bedtime story, and it's going to be told by Miss Jen. Miss Jen, are you ready with our last Night Owl story?
Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to Night Owls. I'm Miss Jen. Brought a little friend with me here. His name is Herb, spelled U-R-B. He's a gnome and he lives here with me at home. Herb, you want to say hi? Hi. He is a little shy. That's why his eyes are covered up. Okay, before we do our story, let's do a little rhyme to quiet down. Right, Herb? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Make one eye go wink, wink, wink. Make 2 eyes go blink, blink, blink. Make 2 fingers stand just so, then 10 in a row. Make your head rock, 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 then your knuckles knock, knock, knock. Make a stretch, you're so wide. Drop your arms to your sides. Now close your eyes, Herb. Help me. me say a very quiet sound today. Shh. Shh. Good, you should be nice and quiet. It's going to be bedtime soon. Good Night Owl by Greg Pizzoli. Be on the lookout for a little mouse. I see one in the house. Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. Squeak! Did you guys hear it? It was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise he hadn't heard before. Someone must be at the door, said Owl. Just a minute. But no one was there. Probably the wind, said Owl. And he lay down in bed and said to himself, Good night, Owl. Squeak! Then he heard the noise again. It's coming from the cupboard, said Owl. So he went to take a look. He emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. So Owl went back to bed. Good night, Owl, he said. And then he heard the noise. Squeak! It must be under the floor, said Owl. And he pulled up the floorboards, one by one. But he didn't find the noise, so Owl went back to bed. Squeak! This house has a noisy roof, yelled Owl. And he took down the roof. There, said Owl, no more noise. Owl got back into bed, the stars and the moon shining down where his roof used to be. Good night, Owl, he said. But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that at any second he would hear the noise. He waited and waited and waited and waited. It's in the walls, Owl screeched. I'll get you, noise, Owl said as he tore down the walls of his house. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty, the floorboards were pulled up, the roof was pulled down, and the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed and he said, Good night, Owl. And then he saw the noise. Squeak! Owl smiled. He said, Good night, noise. And they went to sleep. He didn't know the noise was a little mouse, his little mouse friend. Did you like that story? I hope so. Sleep tight. Have a good night.
Thanks, Miss Jen. All right, boys and girls, that's all the time we have for our pajama story time tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a comfy and cozy night. We will see you next Monday on our Night Owls Pajama Story Time. Thanks, guys. Bye.